Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Laura with Down Home with Lemon Pie, and we are in Idaho, Wallace, Idaho to be specific. And we are heading out on another homeschool field trip. And this time we are going to a real life silver mine. We're going to be getting to go underground and see what the mine looks like. That they have mined years ago from the 1900s. This is super exciting. The Sierra Silver Mine Tour. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe and share our videos with others who may be interested. So this tour took about an hour and a half or so for the whole thing. We got to ride on a trolley. Super fun. You checked in and then you rode on the trolley to the location of the mine, and once we got there they had some cool things set out that you could look at, and also you got to get your hard hat so we could all be super safe. Let me see, Riley. Let me see, boys.
Does this fit me? Yeah, this fits me. It always fits me.
Snapped a couple family pics real quick before we got to go inside, and our tour guide gave us kind of the lowdown on what to expect. He had so much information. He was a wealth of knowledge, and we were super excited to get to go in. We went in with another family, and so it was a small group. And right before we went in, while he was explaining, we had this little visitor. Have you ever heard a squirrel make that sound? If not, there you go. But he seemed to be more interested in cleaning his hiney. So yeah, there was that. But once we got going, we went inside and it was so cool. They told us it was going to be kind of cool, like cold. And it was a few degrees cooler, but not terribly cold. So that's why we're all kind of wearing long sleeve stuff. But we really didn't need it, I didn't think. They showed us the water that would come down from under being underground, and we got to, you can see we're not even that far in yet, and they told us so much about the process of the tour, or of the mine shafts, how they went about working on the shafts. They showed us all the different things about how they would actually mine the silver, and how they would actually not do it with these lights because it was so far back. They did it with candles, and just hope the candle didn't go out at the same time that you were hitting your little stick there so that you could get the silver out. So kind of fascinating, crazy lifestyle for the people way back when. There's some ore samples there that we got to look at and some neat tools that they showed us. But basically, from way back when, they would mine, and they mined for years and only got a little bit of the way into the actual mine shaft. And then once they had better equipment and technology, they were able to get a lot further and get a lot more silver found. And he told us some really cool stories about the people who actually got the silver and what they did with it, how they sent it to help some children, like children's homes and adoption orphanages, things like that. It's just such a cool story. So we got to see all the cool things. We got to hear all the cool sounds, and let me tell you, they're crazy loud. I've got the baby on my back, and we had to cover her ears with our hands because it was very loud. But the kids enjoyed getting their picture taken with some of the cool tools and getting to see the equipment. I was actually surprised though that the kids weren't terrified. You know, I have a little bit of claustrophobia myself and don't like being in enclosed spaces, but it didn't seem like it bothered anybody, you know, walking around in this mine. So it ended up being really fun. Here our guide is explaining to us how they would put explosives at certain points and how they would detonate them at certain times in a certain order, and just explaining that whole process of how that would work. you know, this extremely hard lifestyle, working underground for hours and hours at a time in all kinds of conditions with loud noises and cool, you know, being underground in the cool weather, especially if it was winter. Just very harsh work environment, very dedicated workers who would work and do this kind of employment for their lives and their families. It's just kind of inspiring when you start thinking about all that goes into it and all that they sacrifice and all that they do just to support their families or to have the things that they need to have. It's very interesting and just, you know, something that you kind of reflect on.
This right here, this is 12B trap mucker. It's just the smallest of the trap muckers. They still use underground mines. As you can see, it runs on rail. When you're ready to run this, get up on the stair and turn it on. You run it forward to scoop up the muck, pick the bucket up, bring it back, flip the bucket over toward the north. You guys look both ways from where I'm standing.
One of the most fascinating things I learned at this tour was that he said so many people would bypass the silver and actually pick up iron because the iron, when they were mining, was very shiny in this color of silver, what we call silver. But the silver, when they were mining, is actually black. And I didn't know that, so that was really fun to get some new knowledge. Hey guys, thanks for joining us on this fun homeschool field trip. If you want to check out other field trips we've been on, I will link some of them below in the playlist that includes all of them as well. And I have other homeschool videos, so check them out. Don't forget to share them. Subscribe if you haven't already, and follow us on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you guys.